Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping.
Africa's 10 scariest animals. The African landscape is every tourist's dream. Yes, some of the most diverse species of wildlife can be found here, ranging from graceful deer to boisterous elephants to sly hyenas, not to mention the most ferocious lions ever filmed. Because of such an abundance in game, Africa boasts the most exhilarating predator-prey showdowns on the planet. It can be scary to say the least, at times even gut-wrenching. With that being said, we will take a look at 10 of the most terrifying animals in Africa. This is based on how territorial they are, how intimidating their appearance is, and also the number of human deaths they cause every year. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works. Number 10. The Great White Shark. The great white shark is one of the most feared predators on the shores of South Africa, and there's no denying how efficient they are as predators. Visibly the most ferocious shark species currently swimming the oceans. In fact, a majority of fatal shark attacks on African shores are usually caused by the great white. But you'll be surprised to find that most of these are accidental. You see, great whites mainly locate their prey by detecting vibrations and pulses using lateral lines on the sides of their bodies. So, when an innocent victim is happily splashing around in the shallows, the great white might confuse it for a distressed seal. Despite charging at 40 kilometers an hour with bad intentions, a great white attacking a human is usually a case of mistaken identity, regardless of how vicious it is. They'll bite a huge chunk off of a person, usually the leg, arm, or part of the underbelly, before suddenly exiting the crime scene. Interestingly, it is believed they do this because they realized that they weren't hunting their ideal prey of choice, the seal. But by that time, it's a little too late. The victim will, in most cases, unfortunately, either die from shock or massive blood loss. Despite how bad it sounds, great white deaths average about 2 a year on the shores of southern Africa. Number 9. Black Mamba. The black mamba is infamous for being one of the most venomous snakes in the world. And truth be told, its reputation precedes it. Black mambas are no doubt as frightening as they are deadly. Adults can grow to a whopping 2.5 meters. They also hold the record for being the fastest snakes in the world, moving at an impressive speed of 20 kilometers per hour. So if you think you can outsprint a black mamba, think again. Unlike most snakes, black mambas have really good vision, and they put their excellent sight to good use by efficiently hunting during the day. They mostly hunt down their prey by relentlessly pursuing them, and then launching an ambush before injecting them with their venom. Indeed, their aggression knows no bounds, and it would be foolhardy to corner a black mamba. Not only will you get an excruciatingly painful bite, but also a deadly dose of potent venom. Yes, the black mamba is famous for its toxic weapon, and tests have shown that one bite of it carries enough cardio and neurotoxins to kill 10 people. Once bitten, the victim will experience a rapid onset of cardiovascular shutdown accompanied with asphyxiation. And if not treated on time, black mamba bites are 100% fatal. So if you ever encounter a black mamba on a safari, it's wise to turn and head back to where you came from. Number 8. Puff Adder. Like the black mamba, puff adders are known to strike fear in the hearts of rural Africans. Adults can grow to an impressive 1 meter in length and are usually girthy. Depending on the habitat, puff adders can possess a variety of camouflage colors, and they've been known to thrive in different regions of the continent except the Sahara and the tropical rainforests of the Congo. While its venom might not be as potent as that of the black mamba, the puff adder holds the title of being the most fatal snake in Africa. This is because it is widely spread across the continent and is a master at camouflage. While most snakes will flee once a human approaches, the puff adder will stay completely still and silent to avoid detection. Unfortunately, if the unsuspecting victim steps on it, the adder will assume it's being attacked and therefore will retaliate with a painful, toxic bite. And if not treated on time, puff adder bites have a fatality rate of about 20%. Number 7. Rhinoceros. Over the last century, rhinos have lost more than 90% of their habitat range, as well as population numbers. But that doesn't mean that the few rhinos currently living in the wild are harmless. Let's not forget that rhinos are some of the largest and most powerful herbivores on the planet. They can weigh up to 3 tons and are only trumped by elephants as the bulkiest land mammals. Rhinos are famous for their short tempers, and even though they weren't blessed with the greatest eyesight, their sense of smell is second to none. In fact, most rhinos will usually charge at an object if it has even a whiff of human scent on it. Man, they must really hate us, right? When a rhino charges and successfully locks on its target, the end result is usually death. Even after fatally knocking down a person, rhinos have been known to stomp on their victims to ensure they won't be getting up anytime soon. Rhino mothers are well known for their aggression, as they will do anything to protect their calves. That means attacking anything and everything that appears to be a threat to them. In a single charge, these animals can clock an impressive speed of 64 kilometers per hour. And the only sure way to avoid being impaled by a charging rhino is to shift directions when running, subsequently making them lose their balance. For your safety, always maintain a reasonable distance from a rhino bull and a female mother, as they tend to be the most territorial and aggressive. Number 6. Cape Buffalo. Infamously known as the Black Death, the Cape Buffalo is an aggressive behemoth that can grow up to 1.7 meters tall and weigh a ton. Because of their ferocious nature, they rarely back down from a fight and will challenge any predator head-on, especially lions that attempt to take down their young. Cape buffaloes usually migrate in herds. However, there have been cases of lone buffalo stalking unsuspecting humans and goring them to death. During colonial times, the Cape buffalo was considered a valued treasure amongst trophy hunters, hence the reason why it is considered part of Africa's Big Five. Never turn your back on a Cape buffalo, as they have been known to circle back on their potential threats before charging and goring them. It is estimated that the Cape buffalo kills about 200 people each year. Number 5. The lion. The lion is the big cat of the savannah and the top predator on the African landscape. For centuries, there have been numerous reports of human-lion conflicts in Africa's savanna grasslands. I mean, who can forget the infamous Savo man-eaters who were estimated to have killed between 35 to 100 men in the 1890s? Today, lions are estimated to kill about 200 people every year. Unfortunately, their numbers have declined rapidly due to trophy hunting, and they've been reduced from hundreds of thousands to a few thousand in the wild. Naturally, lions don't consider humans as part of their menu, but a sick, injured, or elderly male lion may occasionally stalk unsuspecting rural villagers passing by. This is because humans are generally easier to take down than zebra, buffalo, or impala. We are slow runners compared to lions and don't possess any natural evolutionary defenses such as horns to fight back. Therefore, you should be more worried about a lone, sickly male lion on safari than a healthy pride of females. Number 4. The Nile Crocodile. Crocodiles are some of the oldest reptiles on Earth. Hardly unchanged for millions of years, they've been here since the golden age of the dinosaurs, where the likes of Sarcosuchus hunted dinosaurs nearly twice its size. Indeed, the crocodile is one of the few evolutionary marvels where nature honestly went, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The Nile crocodile is the top semi-aquatic predator, and it thrives in nearly every major lake and river in Africa. It is known for its ferocious and aggressive behavior, ambushing anything that moves on the water's edge. Crocodiles possess the most powerful bite force in the animal kingdom, and a single bite from these successful predators can put an animal into instant shock. Unfortunately, human attacks are usually on unsuspecting village mothers and children fetching water, bathing, or washing clothes on the water's edge. Though rare, fishermen are also victims to these ambush predators, and are usually attacked once they exit their boats to retrieve their nets. Nile crocodiles are estimated to kill about 300 people every year in Africa. Number 3. The African elephant. As the largest land animal, the African elephant is a behemoth of a creature, with adults weighing up to an impressive 7 tons. Unlike their docile cousins, the Asian elephant, African elephants are extremely aggressive and territorial. In fact, Young males, old bulls, and mother elephants have been known to frequently attack tourists in jeeps because of how agitated their presence makes them. They usually attack anything that they consider a threat and are one of the few herbivores that lions will actually run away from. On average, African elephants account for nearly 500 deaths a year in Africa, and they mercilessly gore their victim down before trampling and crushing them. While they might seem like formidable opponents for us humans, African elephants have been decimated by the thousands thanks to their priceless ivory tusks that fetch a commanding price in the Chinese black market. And now we've come to the best pick of the day, who also happens to be a notable mention on our list. The African baboon is one of the most territorial and vicious animals on the plains of Africa. There have been tales of baboons kidnapping and eating unattended children in rural Africa. In fact, they are formidable predators thanks to their long, sharp canines, as you can see, and agile hunting skills. Baboons are diverse eaters and can consume anything from ants to impala young and small rodents. Number 2. Hippopotamus. The hippo is the most dangerous African animal in terms of ferocity. In fact, you're better off coming face to face with a lion than this territorial herbivore. Hippos are usually underestimated because of how docile they look, but don't be fooled. They are some of the most merciless killers of the African savanna. Hippos can weigh a whopping 1.5 tons and can run at top speeds of 30 kilometers an hour. So, unless your last name is Bolt, don't expect to be outrunning a hippo anytime soon. Despite their massive gaits, hippos are some of the most agile swimmers, and you might even confuse them for speedboats in the water. Their large jaws come with knife-like teeth, which have been documented to penetrate even the toughest of crocodile skin. Because they are widely underestimated as killers, the majority of freshwater deaths are usually caused by hippos, and it is estimated that they kill about 3,000 people every year in Africa, nearly 10 times the number of people lions kill. And number 1, the mosquito. Despite lacking bronze, the mosquito is 1,000 times deadlier than any other animal on this list. There are many different species of mosquito, and while most of them are harmless, the select few that thrive in Africa are especially deadly. These little critters are carriers of a variety of fatal diseases, including dengue fever, West Nile virus, Zika virus, yellow fever, and of course, Africa's most prolific killer disease, malaria. It is estimated that roughly 1 million Africans die every year from mosquito bites. While some of these diseases might be easily treatable in the Western world, most rural Africans do not have access to universal health care and are usually left to treat these ailments traditionally, oftentimes resulting in death. Nevertheless, there have been numerous humanitarian efforts carried out to increase malaria awareness and to minimize the number of deaths in the continent, especially amongst children. With that being said, we've come to the end of the video, so we have to ask, would you rather face a lion, crocodile, hippo, or any other fearsome animal on this list, excluding mosquito? And which of these animal attacks would you likely survive? Let us know in the comments section down below. Want more videos that would probably still exist until the end of time? Click on any of the videos you see on the screen. As always, thanks for watching.